Waiting. Okay, today's topic is, what if I actually don't want to live a life? What if I want to? How do I handle a life I don't like? Right? So I'm waiting for 10 and then we'll go. Hello, salam. So, okay, let's begin. How do I handle a life I don't want? Right? It's a very simple this. It's a simple question. Many people have been asking me about my take on suicide, about my thoughts about death and euthanasia and all that thing. What I've realized, one very important thing I've realized is that most people's lives are an expression of their unwillingness to live. They don't want to live. They didn't ask for it. Okay, but yet they are forced, they're taught, they're brainwashed that they are supposed to live. You have to live this life. And therefore they have certain ideas that, I'm supposed to live and I must continue this nonsense and etc. But for people who are conscious, like I'm conscious that I don't want to live, okay, but why do I still continue life? That is the first question here. Why do I still continue life? For many reasons. I'll give you my reasons. Firstly, is I'm not yet ready for death. Okay. Secondly, I don't really want to die because life is pretty good. I kind of like what I'm currently doing. Okay, it's enjoyable. I like doing it. I like interacting with you all. I like teaching people martial arts. I like living. I love like hanging out with my family, etc. Okay, so these are the and the second one, this is the third one, is that life is pretty okay, but the moment it goes a little bit negative, right, just a little bit negative, I will end it. And I don't believe in suicide necessarily. I believe I'll just walk into the jungle. I'll keep walking until I die of nutritional deficiency. Whatever. There are 1,000 methods to do it, to ensure that life is this. But now, if you decide that I want to live life, right? I hate it. I don't like it, but I want to live life because it makes for whatever reason I'm scared of death. That's also fine. I love my parents. That's also fine. I love people around me. I don't want people around me to cry. So now I want to live life. What do you do? Okay, now we are to the main question, right? So you want to live life, and let's look at it from three angles. There are three levels of living life. One is where you here I'm assuming, guys, that you want happiness, right? Your basic need is happiness. If it's sadness, then you know what to do. But I'm assuming that you want happiness, you want good chemicals pounding in your brain, right? So level one of living life is to pound chemicals in your brain and your body, right? This is your basic, this is all that life is. You're just putting in chemicals, oxytocin. I'm not talking about drugs here, of course. I'm talking about oxytocin, I'm talking about adrenaline, I'm talking about uh, dopamine, all these things you want, right? You enjoy these feelings, endorphins. So, how do you handle this? There are two ways of getting these chemicals. One is from the outside, right? You see nice things and these chemicals arise within you. And the other is from the inside. Train your body and mind to such a level that you're always satisfied, always joyful, always happy with life. Right now, the problem with humanity is that we don't have the patience to control our own bodies. We want small pleasures. I bought a Ferrari today, so I'm happy. I bought a house today, so I'm happy. You're constantly alleviating pain and saying that you are happy. But all of experience is within you. All you have to do is learn to control your own chemicals. And beyond a point, you will achieve happiness. You will achieve satisfaction. You will achieve whatever you want. Eternal joy if needed. Maybe it takes a little more hard work for eternal joy, but you will get it. This is level one. Okay, where you're not conscious, but you've just learned to control your body and your mind. Level two is where you realize that life is a video game. And it is. What else are you doing? It's like GTA. You're going around doing things. Either you do missions or you smash things, right? You do crazy stuff and you whatever you like you beat up people or you do whatever. There are consequences to it. Even in GTA, there are consequences to things, right? So whatever, either you're exploring life or you're finishing off missions that society has preordained for you. So these are your two options here. So this is level 2, right? Where you have understood that life is a video game, you are detached and you are just doing your own thing, right? I mean, in GTA, when the police are after you, don't get actually scared, right? Because you know it's a game. Similarly, with life, you should know that it is simply a game. This is level 2. And level 3 is spirituality, where you are discovering what is within you. What are the divisions? What is life? What is existence? Who the hell are you? That is one of my reasons I don't want to die yet, because I'm yet to discover these things. So in this case, let me give you the example of a crane, right? Imagine a crane. It's a 50-ton crane and you are controlling it, right? And there is a software which is helping you control it. You are you. The software is the brain and the crane is your body, right? And you're controlling it. You're doing stuff with it. You're getting stuff done for survival, for whatever reason. Suddenly, you start thinking you are the crane. You start thinking that you are the software that runs the crane. Now you have a problem. Because what happens is, you're 50 or 60 kilos, the crane is 50 tons. Your weight is going to increase exponentially. Your freedom in life is going to decrease exponentially. Because now you think you're a 50-ton object and you're going to have problems. So this is what is happening here. When most people say they are unhappy with their life, they assume that they are the body, they are the brain. No, these are just pieces of meat. Whether you are an electrical impulse or whether you are a soul or whatever, that is up to you to discover. No one can tell you that. No one can brainwash you or feed you. You have to discover. You have to experience these things yourself. So that is these are 3 levels of life. I'll repeat them again. One is take control of your body, pound chemicals, etc., body and brain. The second is do a video. Think of it as a video game. Okay, either play around with life, or or complete missions, or just keep that thing going. And the third is try and understand what you are. These are your 3 options in living life when you don't want to live life. If you really don't want to live life, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you these things, right? But if you don't like life and you still want to continue it, why not explore? You're in a garden, might as well explore. You're in a room you don't want to be in, might as well explore. And explore doesn't mean traveling, wanderlust, all that nonsense. Yourself. First, know yourself. You cannot travel the world and have anything new until you change. Which is another reason why people travel, because they change. So their perception of life is different. And the most important thing is to remember that all perception is here. There is nothing else. The entire world exists for you. And the world is, if you are dead, then it's not there, right? As far as you're concerned, it's not there. Or if you close your eyes, it's not there, right? It is all here. So all this brain drama, all your body drama, everything can only be controlled if you take full control and realize what this is. Okay, that's it for today. I'm sorry it was a short video, but I'm taking some questions. Would anyone like to ask questions? Next week I have some very interesting subjects. One is everyone is defrauding you, including yourself. So would you rather kill yourself than fix toothache? Okay, that makes sense. Someone asked me, would you rather kill yourself than fix a toothache, right? Things that can be fixed, that are minor inconveniences, right? I will fix them, because if everything else that is going on in my life is better than that toothache, then I will fix that toothache. But if nature is asking me to leave, if I get cancer, if I get some other serious problems, okay, then I will end it happily. But for toothache, I will weight against everything else that is going on in my life. Whether if everything else is going on better than the toothache, then I will remove that toothache. But if the pain is chronic, if it's something that's really affecting my functioning, then I will end it. Like just if say life is at 100, okay, up to 95 I can bear it. Below that I cannot. Antinatalism can cause a great depression. How do you manage it? Right, that is true. That is exactly what I just put in this video. You please see this video afterwards, and I am basically saying that you don't like life now. What do? So I've given you three options here, three options that I know of. Okay, and I with all these three options, assume that you want happiness. I don't assume you want sadness, but if you want sadness, then you know how to get it. It's easy to get sad, but it's difficult to get happy because it takes a lot of other chemicals to get happy. Sadness is all over the place because life is lack. Life doesn't provide, like, you have to constantly eat, you have to constantly do things to be happy, right? So you can just not do these things. How to generate happy chemicals by ourselves. Okay, how to generate happy chemicals. I firstly I've already said it in the video, but I'll repeat it again. The thing is to stop having attachments. The moment you have attachments around you, those things are variable, right? If I'm attached to this phone and it falls, then it affects my happiness. Stop being attached. Stop being attached to people. Stop being attached to your parents, to anything that you have. Stop being attached. Look at it methodically. Because if you see any situation, if you look at it methodically, only then you can get out, right? Of course, there is emotion. Of course, there is this. But if you remove all the emotion, then you'll know how to get out, because then everything is logic. So make life logic, okay? Everything around you logic, and keep discovering what you are. You will automatically be happy because there is reservoirs of joy within you. There's unlimited joy within you. So, and that is up to you to discover. So first thing, remove attachments. Attachments are nonsense. Everything outside you is bullshit. Okay, it can be taken away from you. It will be taken away from you. Even your body will be taken away from you. So what are you? Okay, last question, and then I'll retire. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. My next week's topics are everyone is defrauding you, including yourself. Okay, which is a fact. I'll explain to you how. And there's one more. I forget it. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that into this. All right. Okay. Bye, guys. See you. Nice. Thank you for coming on.